Hi there. It's June 3rd and time for Proverbs 3. Now we're switching over to the New American Standard Bible from 1995, from the last century. The Amplified Bible is a little too long and drawn out. It does follow the King James closer than other ones I've seen. And if you're a new Christian and you're just starting to read the Bible, I would definitely recommend the Amplified Bible, the classic edition from 1987. You can find that online even as a Bible to read for a new Christian, because it does explain everything, and it has brackets and it goes into great depth and detail. Too much for this kind of a setting. So we're switching to the New American Standard from 1995. I have print versions of this New American Standard dating back to the 70s. And you want to stay away from the newer Bibles. You know, it's hard to say. Some may not agree with me, but just about everything written in this century, in the 2000s, has literally, for lack of a better word, they've gone woke, okay? They've taken out all gender, instead of saying my son, it says my child. Instead it says men, it says people. And there's a lot of changes in it that's just not Bible, okay? I'd say it's just not Bible. So you can find older ones online. This program, this Bible Gateway program, has about 100 versions, and it does have some older versions in it, okay? So we're going to use the New American Standard for a while. And, hang on to your old Bibles if you got them, because they're changing it, and not for the good. So let's begin. The rewards of wisdom. My son, do not forget my teaching, but let your heart keep my commandments. For length of days and years of life and peace they will add to you. Okay. Do not let kindness and truth leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablet of your heart. So you will find favor and good repute in the sight of God and man. Good reputation. Okay. Understanding. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. There's a song. There's an old song from the 80s that I used to sing all the time that used these exact words, and it's kind of... And whenever I hear it, that song pops in my head, and it'll be there all day now. Not a bad thing. Hey, verse 7. Hey, this is important too. We'll highlight the whole verse. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. Okay? Wise in your own eyes. Don't be a bragger. Don't think you know everything. Okay? You can't know everything. Only God can know everything. And most scholars will tell you the more they learn, the less they realize they know. Okay? True statement. Okay. Verse 8. It will be healing to your body and refreshment to your bones. So if you trust in the Lord with all your heart. We'll just take this and make it the same color as that up there. And this is important. Honor the Lord from your wealth and from the first of all your produce, so your barns will be filled with plenty and your vats will overflow with new wine. Okay, you should always give to the Lord. Okay, that means helping the poor. And it says if you do, and most verses say your barns will overflow. If you honor the Lord from your wealth and from all your first of your produce, so the first of anything you produce, money is included, your barns will be overfilled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. You will have more if you give. Okay, it's just that simple. 11. My son, do not reject the discipline of the Lord or loathe his reproof. For whom the Lord loves, he reproves, even as a father corrects the son in whom he delights. You feel like the Lord's disciplining you, trying to teach you a lesson? He wouldn't do that unless he loved you, okay? If you love your own kids, you discipline them, right? Whom the Father loves, he reproves or disciplines. Yeah. If he didn't love you, he wouldn't discipline you. He would just let you go, which he does most of the world. 13, how blessed is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding. For her profit is better than the profit of silver, and her gain is better than fine gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire compares with her. We're going to highlight this whole thing. Okay? Wisdom is more precious than silver, gold, jewels. Nothing you desire compares with wisdom. Okay? And it continues, long life is in her right hand, in her left are riches and honor. Okay? If you follow wisdom, if you get wisdom and understanding and fear the Lord, wisdom has this stuff already. Okay? Long life, riches, and honor comes with wisdom. 17, her ways are pleasant ways, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who take hold of her, and happy are all who hold her fast. 19, the Lord by wisdom founded the earth. By understanding he established the heavens. By his knowledge the deeps were broken up, and the skies drip with dew. My son, let them not vanish from your sight. Keep sound wisdom and discretion, so they will be life to your soul and adornment to your neck. All right? 23, then you will walk in your way securely, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Do not be afraid of sudden fear, nor of the onslaught of the wicked when it comes. Okay? You got that? Not if it comes. It doesn't say it won't come. It says it will come. Okay? The onslaught of the wicked will come. What's this? No. Storm. Storm of the wicked. Okay? For the Lord will be your confidence and will keep your foot from being caught. Okay? I'm going to highlight this. But it's important, he said, when and not if it comes. When it comes, it'll come. If you're following the Lord, if you're seeking wisdom, okay, evil will come. Doesn't like that. And but the Lord will be your confidence and keep your foot from being caught. Right. That's good stuff right there. 27, do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to do it. Do not say to your neighbor, go and come back tomorrow and I'll give it, when you have it with you. Yeah. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to do it. Yeah. 29. Do not devise harm against your neighbor when he lives securely beside you. Do not contend with a man without cause, if he has done you no harm. And that's basically good sense right here. Do not envy a man of violence, and do not choose any of his ways. For the devious are an abomination of the Lord, but he is intimate with the upright. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the dwelling of the righteous. Though he scoffs at the scoffers, yet he gives grace to the afflicted. The wise will inherit honor, but fools display dishonor. Right. The wise will inherit honor. Got that? So there you go. That's Proverbs 3. Let's go over our highlights here. This is the rewards of wisdom. Okay, this is what you'll get. Okay, we highlighted this just because that's an old song I used to sing all the time. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Right? In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. You get that? In all your ways. Everything you do, you should say, acknowledge God in all things that you do. It's your job, it's your food, it's when you're cleaning up the kitchen or, doing the laundry. Yeah? And 7 is very important. Don't be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. Okay? Be humble. Okay? Always be humble. And realize there is a million times more that you don't know than what you do know. So, and this is a continuation of this up here, right? In all your ways acknowledge him, he will make your path straight. It will be healing to your body and refreshment to your bones. Good stuff. And this about giving, very important. Honor the Lord from your wealth and from the first of all your produce. So your barns will be filled with plenty and your vats overflow with new wine. My son, do not reject the discipline of the Lord. Overflow with new wine. So let's go over here. Let's have a look at some other versions real quick in my printed Bible. Okay, now the New Living Translation says, honor the Lord with your wealth and with the best part of everything your land produces. Then he will fill your barns with grain and your vats will overflow with the finest wine. Okay. NASB says, then your barns will be filled to overflowing. Okay. Yes. You know, if you have 10 of something and you give the Lord the first of it, 1 or 2, then you will have, in the end, 15, 12, 13, more than you started with. Okay? If you give to the Lord, you will always be rewarded with more than you started with. Think about that. And that's improvement true in my life, as well as anybody who gives regularly will tell you they always have more than they started with. And it can't be explained how it happens other than the Lord is doing it. Yeah? And discipline. My Lord, do not reject the discipline of the Lord or loathe his reproof. For God disciplines the ones he loves. That's what it says. We'll paraphrase that one. Even as a father corrects a son in whom he delights. Okay? If you feel like God is disciplining you, he loves you. You should take joy in that. Okay? Don't reject it. Don't be upset. Okay? It's hard. Some lessons are hard to learn, but he loves you. If he didn't love you, he wouldn't care. And this is about what wisdom can bring you. Okay? How blessed is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding. For her profit is better than the profit of silver, and her gain better than fine gold. She is more precious than jewels, and nothing you desire compares with her. Long life is in her right hand, in her left are riches and honor. Okay? And we'll continue that. Her ways are pleasant ways, all her paths are peace. Okay? If you follow the Lord and seek only wisdom, all this stuff will be added to you, and you won't have to worry about it. Okay? Which is one of the reasons I'm doing it. You know, I'm tired of worrying about all this stuff, and I'm seeking wisdom and following the Lord. Okay? That's why I've done it 10 times, and I'll keep doing it. You know, even if only one person follows, I will keep doing it because I'm doing it for my own gain. Okay? Maybe highlighted 25 and 26 because it's an important part right here. Do not be afraid of sudden fear nor the onslaught of the wicked or the storm. Some copies say when it comes, not if it comes, when it comes. It will come. For the Lord will be your confidence. Keep your right foot from being caught. One highlighted 31. Do not envy a man of violence and do not choose any of his ways. Okay? That's important. A lot of these selfish rich people, oh, I want to be like that, and you envy. He's got a mansion and he's got a yacht and he's got an airplane, and don't envy those people. Okay? Why? For the devious are an abomination to the Lord. And it says here, 35, the wise will inherit honor, but fools display dishonor or raise it high. So, there you have it. That's Proverbs 3 for June 3rd. We're going to keep doing that. Like I said, we did switch over to the New American Standard, the older 1995 version. Again, stay away from the newer Bibles if you can find an old one, okay? If you can find an older print Bible, stick with the older one, you know. The New International Version was the most popular for a long time until they changed it, okay? There's even the person who is publishing the New International Version now bought the rights. They also publish some very, very bad stuff. So, and you can look into that if you want, but stick with the older stuff, okay? Find an old Bible. If you go to garage sales and you see a Bible from the 1970s or 80s, pick it up. They never charge much for them. And have it in print ready. And if you're going to use online, stick with the older versions, okay? So, there you have it. And, you know, I'll put this up here. And you can pause here if you want and look at this. This is most of the, not all of them, but a lot of the Bibles that are out there. And it starts word for word, thought for thought, and goes to paraphrase. Word for word is they take the direct translation. They're not trying to fix it up, you know, they're not trying to fix it up to make it into proper English, you know. It's not going through your English teacher's spell check and stuff like that for prose. And the farther right you get, the more it goes into, okay, word for word is direct word translation. Not always easy to understand, but it's direct word. Thought for thought is where they take and they do fix the prose, and they fix the pronouns, and they fix the sentence structure and stuff, so it makes more sense. And you see, the farther right it goes, the more it goes towards a paraphrase. A paraphrase is they change all the words around. Okay, I don't like paraphrases. You know, some people do. Okay, I think we did the Living Bible last, which is a paraphrase, and it was, you know, I had to have 2 of them just because they changed so much. But the important thing is when you're, you know, and any of these are good, you know, if you understand it. The important thing is see the little marks right here, the asterisk, the up arrow, okay, up arrows, and it tells you if it has 2 up arrows, like this God's Word or International Standard Version. You can see New American Standard from 2020, okay, in that Bible. These 2 up arrows, no gender neutral language for God, but careful, moderate, inclusive language regarding mankind. Okay, that's not what the Bible said. The Bible is not inclusive. If it says my son, it's talking about my son. If it says my daughter, it's talking about my daughter. They're not interchangeable. Okay, but they changed it around. Okay, if it's a single up arrow in one of these, like the Common English Bible, as gender neutral, even for God, they made it gender neutral. Okay, that's kind of scary, but yeah, you could pause this. You could look at that and, you know, go back to get a screenshot of it. Okay, and the site is called notjustanotherbbook.com, but it's good. You know, it's good stuff to have when you're looking for a Bible that is an honest, true translation, that somebody hasn't tried to come in, because they're putting all these new versions out to try and make people more comfortable. I don't think the Bible is supposed to make you comfortable, okay? It's the Word of God. It's supposed to affect you. It's supposed to steer you in a certain direction, okay? And it talks about in Revelations how they will get so bad with this that it will, if possible, it will even fool the elite, okay? So it's important to know which Bible you're reading, which Bible your pastor is reading, okay? A lot of them use the NIV. Some of them are going over to the Christian Standard Bible, which is, I did that last month, and I love the translation. I bought a hard copy print of it. And the older one, okay, because they have gender neutral language for people too. But yeah, there you have. But there you have it. In Through the Bible in a Year, we are also doing Proverbs. We're on that part of it. It's through the Bible in chronological order as they happened. And Solomon wrote the Proverbs, and we're on the part of the Old Testament going to just start of the life of Solomon. So they're going to put all of his Proverbs and stuff in there. So we're going to another dose of Proverbs today. And we're just reading through those quickly, not tearing them apart like we did this one. But so then keep reading. Stay humble. See you next time.